Welcome back to the practical session of fluid mechanics. This is a practical number 5 on calibration of venturimeter. The content of the experiment, aim and objectives, specifications, procedure, then actual performance of the experiment with the help of the lab setup, observations, sample calculations, result and discussions, and conclusions. The aim and objective of this experiment is to calibrate venturimeter. That means to determine the coefficient of discharge CD for a given venturimeter. Venturimeter is one of the most important practical applications of Bernoulli's equation, and it is an instrument which is used to measure the rate of discharge in a pipe and is often fixed permanently at different sections of the pipe to know the discharge there. So venturimeter has been named after the 18th century Italian engineer Venturi, because he has invented this device. There are different types of venturimeter based on the orientation, that is horizontal venturimeter, vertical venturimeter, and inclined venturimeter. This is actual installation at some sites. The venturimeter mainly consists of three parts: the short convergent, actually the inlet section, followed by a short convergent part, then throat, cylindrical throat, and then divergent cone. So the angle of convergent is 20 to 21 degree. These are the optimum dimensions we can see. Diameter of throat, that is equal to length of the throat, and the angle of divergent cone is 5 to 7 degree. So after construction of this venturimeter, it is necessary to calibrate this venturimeter. Actually, the aim of this experiment is to calibrate the venturimeter. That means to recognize the or to investigate the losses and calculate the coefficient of discharge, which gives uh, the actual discharge through the pipe, considering the losses encountered. So as it works on the principle that if we reduce the cross section of the flow passage, the pressure difference is created, and measurement of this pressure difference enables the determination of discharge through the pipe. This is actually the working principle of venturimeter. Now, for that, uh, if we reduce the cross section of the flow passage, the pressure difference is created. So, for measurement of pressure, so two pressure tappings are provided here. So, only if we get this pressure difference, we can determine the discharge through the pipe. Now, the expression of discharge that we will quickly go through it. Actually, this is it is covered in theory part, but we'll quickly go through the derivation part. So the figure shows the venturimeter, which is fitted in inclined pipe through which the fluid is flowing. That D1 is the diameter in the inlet or section 1. Corresponding area is A1. Pressure at this particular point 1 is P1, and the velocity at 1 is V1. So D2, A2, P2 and V2 are the corresponding values at section 2. Then applying Bernoulli's equation between 1 and 2. So this is a Bernoulli's equation. So the total head, that is P1 by gamma plus V1 square by Yg plus Z1, that is equal to total head at outlet, that is P2 by gamma plus V2 square by Yg plus Z1. So if we rearrange the terms, that is P1 by gamma and P2 by gamma, Z1, Z2 if we take on one side. This is a piezometric head at section 1. This is piezometric head at section 2. And the piezometric head is nothing but static head plus potential head. That is equal to V2 square minus V1 square upon Yg. So this is called as the difference in piezometric head that we can calculate with the help of the manometer. So this gives deflection. Using the relation, we can calculate H. So this term is called as the difference in piezometric head, which is measured in meter of flowing fluid. So V2 square minus V1 square by Yg. So according to continuity equation, we have A1 V1 that is equal to A2 V2. So instead of V1, we can put V1 in terms of V2, and substituting this and rearranging, as we have to calculate the discharge. So first of all, we develop expression of V2, and according to continuity equation, Q is equal to A2 V2. and putting this A2 here, so we get the discharge. So actually, while deriving this equation, we have assumed Bernoulli's, or we have used Bernoulli's equation, which doesn't take into account the losses. So this discharge is obviously a theoretical discharge, ideal conditions. Actual discharge, which is less than theoretical discharge because of the losses. So that is obtained by multiplying correction factor, that is CD. That is called the coefficient of discharge. So Q is equal to CD A1 A2 under root 2 GH upon A1 square minus A2 square. So today's experiment, we have to determine this CD value. So where CD is the coefficient of venturimeter, or coefficient of discharge of venturimeter. Its value generally lie between 0.96 to 0.98, and due to variation of CD of venturimeters, uh, generally the venturimeters are not suitable for measuring very low discharges. So today's experiment, we have to calibrate this venturimeter, means we have to calculate the CD value, and we have to use this expression for this. So the setup for calibration, this is a setup which mainly consists of this is a venturimeter, and this is connected to the pump inlet section. So the flow directly flows through the venturimeter. This is the venturimeter section. It's connected to this pipe. In order to measure the pressure difference, the pressure tapping is there at the inlet and at the throat. So this gives the manometric difference. We, usually the mercury manometer is used to get the correct difference. The water is collected, so this from this deflection we can calculate small h, and actual discharge we can measure using this measuring tank. That is the time required to raise the level of water in the tank by some centimeters, say 10 centimeters. And then area of the tank known to us. So for example, the specification area of the measuring tank is given, that is 0.12 meters square. Then the diameter at the inlet section is given, D, capital D. So corresponding area, that is A1, we can calculate. Then diameter at the throat is given, that is small d. Sorry, this is small d, that is 12.5 mm. So area A2, so that is small d. This is capital D, this is small d. So the area A2 is also known as. Then mercury manometer, U-tube manometer is used. That is the manometric fluid specific gravity is 13.6. We can consider. Discharge to the venturimeter is, as per the expression, we have actual discharge equal to CD A1 A2 root 2 GH. Or the if we consider this term as C, because A1 A2 under root 2G upon A1 square minus A2 square, that term we can call it C. So if we have areas, if we substitute the values of A1 A2 here, we get the value of C for this setup. For this venturimeter is 5.61 to minus 4. And the Q theoretical, this is Q actual. Q theoretical is only this A1 A2 under root 2 GH. So C under root H. So once we measure H here, we can calculate the Q theoretical by using C multiplied by under root H. And actual discharge we can measure with the help of measuring time. So actual upon theoretical, that gives venturimeters. This way we can calculate the constant of, or the coefficient of venturimeter. Now the procedure part. So using a plastic leads connecting two lanes of the differential manometer. That's the differential manometer, that is of the venturimeter, that is inlet and throat. First, then put the stopcock in on position. So the cock is provided here, that is on position, and adjust the water supply valve slowly so as to get a suitable reading on the manometer. So we regulate the flow here. So one stopcock is provided at the delivery. So if you regulate the flow so that the manometer reading will get a stable reading at the manometer. suitable reading at the manometer. Then collect the water quantity. So this we can record, that is H. Then collect that water quantity in measuring tank in order to calculate the discharge to the venturimeter. And that is by measuring the time required to raise the level by 10 centimeter. So note down the corresponding reading of differential manometer in two limbs and repeat the procedure. So there are only two measurements, H value and measuring the time required, and to collect 10 or to raise the level in the tank by 10 centimeter. So accordingly, repeat this procedure, that is proceed from 2 to 4 for other flow rates. So for 5 to 6 readings, we can gradually increasing the discharge, and for each discharge we measure the time as well as H value. So we'll see the actual performance of this particular experiment. So these are the hydraulic bench. So all the equipments are there: venturimeter, orifice-meter, and this is wall for venturimeter. This is for orifice. This is for nozzle meter. Now we have to conduct the trial on venturimeter. So we keep this wall open. This is connected to the pump, which measures the discharge, that is inlet discharge. This is a mercury manometer, which is connected to inlet and outlet. This is measuring tank. So at the time of measurement, this is closed. Now we have to conduct the trial on venturimeter. So other two walls are closed. So these are the two pressure tappings connected to inlet and outlet of the throat for measuring the pressure difference. So here we can measure the pressure difference between inlet and mercury manometer. Now we can start the flow and start so the flow. This is in some cases is not required. This is a rotometer. It's not required because already we are collecting the water in measuring tank. So just to ensure the, what is the type of flow. So this is remove the air. You can open this shut-off wall so that water enters into the mercury. First of all, the air bubbles present in the manometer need to be removed. So for that, this is air vent. These are the air vents. These are open, and after removal of air bubble, when it is closed, now you can observe there is no air bubble. You can see the pressure difference. Now after stabilization, now this is closed and measure the time required to raise the level in this particular tank. So that is for maybe depending upon 1 centimeter or 10 centimeter. So is collected here, so you can start at any point. You can stop. So for example, we are considering this is 10 centimeter. So more height is consider, that is get accurate value of discharge, because the area of the discharge known to us, area of the area of the tank known to us. So we got two readings, that is pressure difference as well as the time. So repeat this procedure for remaining readings as well. So remaining flow rates, and accordingly we write this observation table. So 5 readings taken. So for each reading, we have measured the deflection of manometric fluid in mm of Hg. Then the corresponding H, because this is a U-tube differential manometer. So with the help of this deflection, we can calculate the difference in pressure head H. So H is equal to X into bracket Sm by Sl minus 1. where SM is the specific gravity of manometric fluid. In this case, it's mercury. So for sample reading 1, so C value is known to us, which is required. Area of the measuring tank, here it is required. And H is equal to 12.6x because this is a mercury manometer. So specific gravity is 13.6. Specific gravity of water is 1. So 13.6 minus 1, that is 12.6x. So multiply this by s that and divided by 1000. That gives the value in meter. So here, because all the readings are in meter, so we convert this mm into meter by divided by. So these are the pressure heads or difference in pressure head, that is small h. So using this C and multiply C into under root h, we get the theoretical discharge. Then the time required to raise the level in the measuring tank by 10 centimeters. So time is measured, raise the level by 10 centimeters, that we have seen in previous. So with the help of stopwatch, we can measure the time till the water level rises by 10 centimeters. These are, so as the time decreases means we are gradually increasing the flow rate. These are the time, and with the help of time, area of the tank is known to us, that is 0.12 into 0.1, that is h 10 centimeter rise. So volume divided by time, that is discharge. So this is actual discharge. So actual upon theoretical is the CD value. So these are the values of CDs for different flow rate. More or less CD value varies between 0.9 to 0.96. So the average of all this taken, that is 0.94. This is the experimental value of coefficient of discharge. So coefficient of discharge or this determination of coefficient of discharge, that is called as the calibration of venturimeter. Most of the range, this is a small range we have considered. Actually, CD also varies with the flow rate, but for the given range, we can consider this CD value as a constant. Now there is another way of determining the CD value. So experiment graphically also we will verify this. So in order to for graphical method, we have the expression of Q actual, that is CD A1 A2 under root 2 GH or under root A1 square minus H. So this is called as constant C. And we can see Q actual, that is equal to CD C under root H. Or in general, we can write this expression that is Q actual, that is this constant because CD into C is constant. So this is called as A, some constant Q. And ideally this n value is, that is h raised to 0.5, that is n value is 0.5. We have to calculate this n value as well, so based on the reading itself. So the generalized expression of Q actual is A n h raised to n, small n. H A h raised to small n. Taking log on both sides, ln Q actual, that is equal to ln A plus n ln H. So this equation is nothing but the equation of line, that is y is equal to mx plus c. So where this n is nothing but slope of the line. So if we take the values of log Q actual and log n, and if we plot this log Q actual on y-axis and log h on x-axis, so we are already having the value of Q actual, 6 values or 5 values of Q actual and h values. So we taking log on both sides, we get the log values as well. Then by plotting a graph, we get this. Obviously, we have to get straight line. So this is actually a straight line. So this is the equation of straight line. That is y is equal to mx plus c. So this value is nothing but n in our loop. So this is log a. So from graph, we get n is equal to point. So ideally it is 0.5. In this case, it is coming 0.5447. It's close to 0.5. And the log a value, that is actually, this is mx plus c. So c value is nothing but log a. So log a or ln a is equal to minus 7. So by taking anti-log, we get the value of a. So a is also called as a CD into c. So that is equal to this. Putting the value of c in this particular equation, that is 5.61, we can calculate CD. So graphically, we are getting this value, that is 0.9516. This is the graphical value of CD. So experimental and graphical, so whatever the readings we do, so it is based on the experimental readings itself, but we can calculate graphically also this value. So this is average CD value we can consider, that is obtained by graphical. That's it for this method. So that is our aim, that is to determine the coefficient of discharge. For determination of coefficient of discharge, that is nothing but the calibration of venturimeter. So at the end, the conclusions are, in this experiment, the calibration of venturimeter is carried out on the test bed for different flow rate. The value of CD is obtained using experimental and graphical method. The coefficient of discharge experimental method is 0.9432, while the coefficient of discharge in graphical method is 0.9516. So these are the experimental and graphical methods. So this procedure is adopted for every new venturimeter when it is manufactured for a particular flow rate. Then it is necessary to calibrate the same. And once we get that CD value, then that venturimeter along with the specification, it is supplied to the customer. So the customer generally get all the specification of venturimeter, like its inlet diameter, outlet diameter, angle of conversion, angle of diversion, along with the CD value. So directly we can fit that venturimeter and we can calculate the actual discharge by multiplying CD with that, by using that expression. So that is the practical relevance of this experiment. Every time when the venturimeter is manufactured or developed, this procedure is adopted. That is calibration of venturimeter. That's it from this particular session. Thank you very much.